So we're going to be getting into SnowRunner. For those who do not know SnowRunner, it is not so lovingly or lovingly, depending on how you want to go with it, nicknamed Truck is Stuck Simulator. If you ever played American Truck Simulator, you know you drive around on the highways throughout, well, American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator. You know, you drive away on the nice highways, you go to where you are, you deliver your packages, and that kind of thing. Same general premise here, except all the roads suck. And just where you might go hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles on American Truck Simulator to do your delivery, here you'll go 3. And it'll take you just as long. So we have that whole thing. And Sarisa Mage on a 45 stream streak, thank you so much. But we're going to go ahead and make a new game. I'm just going to choose new campaign. Because we had only barely started and all that. We're only 4% in. I'm actually going to delete that save file and start fresh and pretend my embarrassment and my shame is not a thing. Is this the spin tires in Snow game? Yes. Yes, this is. And unlike a lot of friends of the channel who are actually good at this game, like Ultrasaurus, I am bad at this game. So, you know, if you watch their stream and go, oh man, like, this game looks so easy, I am here to set the example of how it is not. Alright. But the snow comes later. Yeah. Alright, so first we need to find a watchtower to get a view of your surrounding, then you'll go find a truck capable of transporting materials, need to repair the bridge. After the bridge is repaired, you will be able to reach the garage. Yeah, so the premise of this game is there's been this horrible, horrible flood. Or whatever disaster. Oh. Oh, right. This does not use the P button. As much as it makes you think it needs the P button, it actually is the space bar for your handbrake. Alright. So, yeah, it's telling me how to switch gears and all that. They're giving me the basics. Can I see the actual map, or... I guess not. So we could go put ourselves in a lower gear. Put ourselves in all-wheel drive. Alright. Okay, MJK, thank you for hanging out and all that good stuff. P stands for parking brake. It does. It's the fact that they have the big P there, and P is not the control that you use to change it. So sometimes it's worth going on the tracks that exist, sometimes it's worth not following the tracks that exist. You kind of have to worry about it. You also worry about stuff like bottoming out your truck and all that. You will damage it, and then bad things happen. We're trying to make our way to that tower out in the distance. To change the keybind then? Well, I'm not gonna, like, it's fine. It's just you have that momentary, it's like, you pushed P, but P doesn't think what you know, doesn't do what you expect it to. One thing I do find a little hard to adjust to in this game is your vehicles tend to be a little bit on the bouncy side. Which for me does make it a little challenging for just like driving in straight lines. Reading terrain. You'll encounter different types of terrain such as road, dirt, mud, and deep mud. Water, rock slides, snow, and ice. Only the most experienced drivers that equipped with vehicles that can drive on any kind of terrain. When in doubt, there is no shame in avoiding danger. You can find out more about different types of terrain by hitting the codex available with the escape key. Hey, Bob. How's it going? Unless we're going... blah. Hey, Mackin, how's it going? Yeah, so you can also, if your vehicle goes too deep in the water, it'll start damaging your engine. And yes, you can have your vehicle become incapable of driving if you really push it. Not good? Well, that's no good. We have a fuel station. It's like, yo, you can get gas here. Hit the magic buttons to get the gas. Cool. So you got a tiny bit of gas. UMDMC1 seeing eye to eye. Not really sure what you're talking about, Macon, but Dark Dragon said, then space engineers we can push P every grid attached and with locking, cycle through the locks, and fall aground. Yeah. I had fun doing Space Engineers. It was definitely a game that was really kind of dropping off though, as far as viewership, unfortunately. So while I was enjoying it, like, it wasn't a game that's like I really want to play. It's like, nah, I'm having fun and all that. Oh, Devil May Cry. Gotcha. So Devil May Cry and you are having a toughie. I understand. Let's see, your whole time playing this, you never refueled? Gotcha. And Discord under 3 stream streak, thank you. Alright, so I've discovered my first watchtower. Discovering watchtowers reveals parts of the map. To repair the bridge, you'll need a bigger vehicle to transport materials. Open your map, look at the surrounding areas, find a truck capable of transporting materials needed to repair the bridge. Okay. So we can pull up our map now, and now I can see stuff. So I've got, like, the fuel station over here. Got a flatbed or 2 up there. Got more flatbeds over there. Discovering watchtowers reveal the map. Fog covers essential parts of interest, like objectives and all that. But yeah, so you can see, like, there's a bridge missing here. There's a thing tipped over the road there. We'll have to fix all that stuff. By pressing the right mouse button, you can place markers on your map to plan your route. That's fine. So there's a truck here. A thing that's marking where I am. So the idea is I need to get that truck. And there's parts you unlock and all that. So what we're going to want to do is go around this way. To reach a new vehicle. Oh. Okay. I'm just like cutting the corner and all that. You do like the waypoint system in this one? Yeah, it's better than a lot. Why do I feel like I'm going the wrong way? There we go. Basically, I was able to cut a corner I hadn't realized I was going to be able to cut. Yeah, so like, it's mud. So I'm trying to get around it. They do have like your little four-wheeler trucks like this that people refer to them as scouts. The idea is it's not really good at hauling much on its own compared to like what you're going to be doing, but they're good for getting around, exploring, finding the towers, yada yada. Versus a lot of the other stuff. But yeah, so the premise is this map. This is supposed to be taking place in northern Michigan, which is very, very, very out in the woods, rural kind of area. And that what you end up wanting to do is, like, there was a bad flood that knocked out the bridge, knocked over a bunch of equipment and all that. Alright. Truck discovered. You have found your first highway truck. This truck is designed for roads, so there are no off-road options included. Try not to fall into the swamp or drive into deep mud with it. You can find out more about the different types of trucks in your codex. Okay. And we could choose to change trucks. Good. This is not the best truck for the job, but it will have to do. The company Steel River Township is waiting for you to repair the bridge. You can find contracts like this one on your map. Alright, so it's saying... Alright, contracts. So they want us to repair the old bridge. And it says, I have 2 objectives I will need to satisfy to do it. I will need to bring 2 wood planks and 1 steel beams to that location. Cool. We will activate that. And it is telling me that there is supplies up here in the town storage. So we will want to go back out to the road. And go there. Cool. Once again, we have the handbrake on. Let's see. A lot of space games are weirdly niche. Yeah. Well, it's like usually they have some type of main thing to them. They're not as directly relatable as a lot of other games might be. So like when you get into when you get into a game where you're playing like a role-playing game, at a minimum you're a person running on the ground, that's relatable. Versus like when you're disembodied in a spaceship, it's a little bit harder for some people to get into. I do enjoy my space games a lot, but like some of them are grand strategy, some of them are space sim, some of them, they're more Minecraft-y automation. But there's not many that are quite as directly the typical access stuff. Let's see, you do like the waypoint system in this? Unpopular Mojang needs to make a new game that isn't Minecraft variant. Dungeons was okay, but Legends was boring. So please make its title a new series. It doesn't surprise me that they're sticking with the Minecraft brand. I talked about the other day that right now I feel like both the movie industry and the games industry are kind of going through a market change that we don't know how it's going to end up on the other side, but I think in the short to mid, you can't hear the game. You are correct, you cannot hear the game. My apologies. Oh wait, that's weird. Here, I think I know what's going on. I don't remember how often this game saves, but give me just a moment. I'm pretty sure I got screwed by Windows Update, so give me 1 second. Thank you for letting me know, because I can hear the game, so I don't know your promise. No, I can hear the game. It's a Windows update thing. Oh, that just worked. Excellent. Normally I have to reboot a game after changing audio devices. Okay. Minecraft as a brand is dying slowly. I don't know, like it's been doing really strong for a while. But what I was going to say is right now when you're looking at a lot of stuff is I would predict, not necessarily in the short term, but the midterm, what I suspect we're going to see is we are going to probably see a lot of different companies and all that. Let's see, there are a couple ways you can load stuff. You can automatically load procedure, simple, fast wave loading without the use of a crane. Cool. Alright. But what I suspect we're going to see is instead of, like the next Call of Duty game being, some odd hundreds of millions of dollars and all that kind of stuff, we will more than likely see a bit more in the way of games trying to... That looks like it's going to be a nightmare, so let's try and go around that. You'll probably see a lot more games kind of like middle of the ground so far as price on really strong IPs. So kind of the issue there, so you'll probably see like the next Call of Duty might not be, well, probably not the next, but the one after that probably won't be, $2, $3, $4, $500 million production, but maybe like $50 million production, and be a little less ambitious, that kind of thing. And then I suspect we will see a broader range of games. So it might be a Call of Duty zombie game, a Call of Duty multiplayer versus game, a Call of Duty story game, a Call of Duty whatever. You get the idea. That way, if one of them flops, they can kind of absorb the loss of the others, and it's kind of hedging your bets. You may attach trailers found outside in the wilds. That's fine. To attach a trailer... Oh. You want me to do that now? I was just like, let's send it. Fine, I'll turn around. I was just like, I got a delivery to make, man. I don't got time to pick up your trailer. But I suspect we'll be seeing that, not in the short term, but the midterm. while these industries kind of figure themselves out. Because we are going through what I believe is a market shift, sort of related to what Panderific's saying, is, you know, not so much as this brand existed and the people who played it are growing up. I don't think that's as big of an issue, necessarily. But I think it is an issue that, as a general population, we are going through, you know, one generation is kind of buying less now because, you know, they are aging up and you got the next generations popping in. And then getting those, you know, the new generation onto whatever, like figuring out what to sell them on and everything. Okay, so this already has the wood on it? No. That's a mix of stuff, isn't it? Okay. We'll double check, make sure it's what I actually need. I feel like one of those boxes I don't need. And we're just going to give that fence a tap. It's in my way. And that's how we deal with our problems, is we get rid of them. I would really like to be able to... I needed to go just a little. There we go. That's not what I want. There we go. So I don't know if that already has what I need on it. Because I definitely don't want to do a delivery of stuff I don't need. But yeah, I know, making comments about, like, the game doesn't do the updates like they used to, that's all fair. I'm guessing this is me supposed to learn that I can use the crane there. I'll deal with that in a second. Alright. Because I don't think those are what I need. If we go to our objectives. I need wood plagues times 2. But yeah, no, Mojang making, like, that's the thing. To me, them making stuff with a Minecraft IP and other genres makes sense. Does that mean they're going to have some misses? Yes. Yes, it does. But I do think right now, with the way things are, that isn't an unreasonable strategy. Can I give a tip? Probably not, because I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit too much giving information kind of thing. Because the last time I played this, people were like, can I give a tip? Oh, you can just find all the things you need on this other location. And it's like, well, that's... Oh, I have to kick stuff out first. Always keep in mind that every cargo has a different size requirements and whatnot. And I don't believe I can tell it to get stuff out here. That also still saying metal beams. So I guess this is just the location as metal beams. So let's go ahead and take the trailer with us and just leave. Because I also don't know how to... like, where I need these or where to dump these, I think. Oh, there's a button to delete cargo from the trailer? There's probably not delete trailers. Remove cargo. That didn't. Ah, there we go. I understand now. Okay, so let's see. Do you say specifically what you have in your storage? You do not. Because we need the wood. There's another trailer over there we see. Do we know places to get wood yet? This might actually tell us where we can find stuff. Okay, the lumber mill. Alright, so let's change our route here. I could probably go up this way, over here, down there, down here, because there wasn't much mud on this route. We go in, let's drag that all the way in there. We can leave out this side. A little worried about that. It might be the safer bet to grab that and then backtrack up here, because I know this route is good. That worries me, and that worries me. So I go here, do this, do this, do this, do that. Put you down here. Put you up here. Okay. Yeah, and Monkey Wagon, that was the thing I kind of like. Now, granted, that's not what happened right here, but that was what happened the first time I played. So I was like, instead of getting the wood supplies where you're supposed to, there's a trailer right there that already has 2 in it, and I'm like, thanks. That just spoiled. But yeah, that was the last time I played. Like, just had some stuff we had to figure out. All right. Oh, I see what happened. It's fine. I really wish I could zoom the camera out more than this. Like, I really do wish I wasn't held so close to this truck. It's fine. I don't think it's bad. But, like, inside my inner being, yeah, no, let me know there's a control that the game doesn't let me know. That's fair. Because, seriously, why would the game not let me know that? When it's, you know, relevant and important. There isn't a setting for that? There might be. Let's see. Do we have the blur turned off? Good. Controls. Because I was trying to use the scroll wheel, it didn't seem to be doing anything. The gear, custom. Huh. Actually, we don't have a lot of controls for a lot of this stuff. Like max zoom settings? I'm not seeing it. That's a field of view. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. Because usually the field of view is like how wide your view is when you're doing stuff, so you can get like kind of a fisheye effect. Well, I don't see one. I would just assume you could scroll out and it would just keep scrolling if that was an option. Now, this truck is not well suited for mud, so we do see like we should if we see like deep mud, we should nope the heck out. Regular mud I can probably deal with. Okay. And we'll go over here. Muds of this game is so good. You drive half the truck with the side, it makes a giant difference. Yep. Okay. So we are all set up and ready to rock and roll. And you gotta put away our handbrake, because it, pretty hard to turn with the handbrake on. Okay, so I can switch my camera from the front trailer to the back trailer to first person. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. It's still useful. I feel like zooming on the trailer would be asking for people who deal with like motion sickness. Watching my driving from here, I mean, I guess it's not a motion sickness problem. That is very disjointing for driving, though. So I think it's about the best we've got. Okay. I'm using low when I don't need to. Yeah, no, I assume the trailer view is like really good, like when you're trying to get around a corner and there's like trees or rocks there, so it's a bit of a tight turn. You'd want the trailer view to see like, am I going to clear the trailer, or am I going to snag the trailer on this rock or whatever. Giant lava spider? That doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, there might be some type of control for the zoom. That's not what I want. It's what I pushed the button for. There might be some control and I just didn't find it because I'm not taking the time to go through each and every control slowly and carefully. Alright. Cut this corner so I'm not going through the mud as much as possible. Vehicles over 40 prohibited? I don't know what you mean by over 40. Length? Width? Let's see, most people say it's worth increasing the field of view. Alright, well I'm down to try it. So field of view with third person. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's basically what I wanted. Oh yeah, that's basically zoom in this case. So the field of view is usually like how much of like a fisheye effect you want. But yeah, this will give us much better situational awareness of like what trees I have around me, how much I could finagle one way or the other, and just basically not to be all up in the back of our truck the entire time. And I am trying to just send it so when we hit mud we can just go for it. I think this is the turn. Yep. Because the other part goes directly into the river. Here's the rough spot. We're just going to try and go with it full speed. Wood floats, you should be fine. Yeah, no, the trailer's fine. It's the steel bars in the front half. That wood will definitely float the trailer. That's how that works, right? You know, it's certainly not pressure treated wood or anything like that. I'm trying to remember where we're going. This is going already way smoother than it did the first time. We haven't immediately gotten stuck and then had to use a bunch of stuff to keep things moving. I believe this is our left. Alright, so now you have the giant chasm here. Repairing bridge, 2 out of 2. The bridge is on its way, but it's not quite complete yet. You need to drive another portion of the materials. Yes. Just so happens I have those too. When you got enough experience, you get a new driver rank. Every rank provides you with new options regarding vehicle and add-on purchasing. Objectives may also require you to reach certain driver rank before they are unlocked. Press F4 to access your driver's profile. Okay, here is our driver profile. We have done 1% or 4% of Michigan. Yay! And there is a ridiculous number of contracts and a ridiculous number of tasks. And we have 2 trucks. And I don't know what a contest is about. And there's achievables. Okay, so contract completed. Give me the money. Every contract completed will provide you with money and experience points. Every watchtower discovered rewards you with experience points. XP allows you to unlock new driver's ranks necessary to unlock new vehicles and upgrades. You can track your progress using F4. That's fine. Bridge repaired. Great job. You repaired the bridge and completed your first contract. Now the town is reconnected with the rest of the region. Time to find the garage, which is now marked in your map. Okay, so let's go to our map. And we've got our garage is over there. So this is not a good vehicle for trying to navigate around outside of where we need to. More than likely go up and around, because this looks like a little dirt road down here. Let's mark that way over there. Yeah, I'll see how that goes. We're definitely going to want to try and get our little truck to actually do the scouting around. I can't remember if I could just at any time pull this off the side of the road, slap the parking brake, and switch vehicles. I think you can. But we'll go this way. If we end up hitting where it's like clearly not a good road for me to pass, we can try parking it up, see if I can't get the little truck and find ourselves some towers. I am sensing a problem with this route. Let's see. Change truck. Oh, so I have to be near it. Can I go up here and just switch trucks this way to one I've already got? Not what I want. Because I would like... Here we go. That's still not what I want. Alright, so... What is the best way to clear all our waypoints? It's fine. What I'm going to do here... So So go around this way real fast. This is the route before I said I'm not sure about taking that other truck through. So we'll check to see how bad it actually is. And I'll go up here. Catch this tower on the way through. Hop down here. Go up this way. Cross the bridge. We'll try going down here. But you don't know exactly the way to that tower. We'll try going to that tower. And see what we can reveal from there. I'm going to basically be trying to hit some of these towers so we can get a good idea where we're going. Oh, hold middle mouse button to clear out? Well, thank you. Sorry, I didn't see it in time, but... Thank you for the information. Is there a headlights button? It's probably L. Yes, it is. There's just one setting? Okay. There you go. Game kind of hung for there for a second. Let's see. Well, that was a full 24 hours without power. Yeah, Michigan got dumped on with snow. The lumber mill looks like the best place to get those wood planks. I don't need them anymore, game. Catch up. I already did that part. Hey, Michigander. We happen to be in Michigan right now. So... I guess you're living the in-game experience in real life. I don't remember what part of Michigan we're in. We're in northern Michigan somewhere, out in the boonies, out in the hills. Your friend Canada Land had minus 31. Yeah, we had a bunch of people talking about it yesterday. That there's a bunch of people in like the negative teens to 20s to 30s Celsius. Up in Canada, and it's just like, nope. I like my cold, but there are limits. Yeah, so this is where a lot of people will refer to the trucks as scouts. And the entire idea is, you know, a vehicle I can get to a lot of places a lot easier just by the fact that it's not heavy, burned down. Dangerous water level making my truck sad. But we went through it quickly, so it was fine. And this game does have a pretty large variety of difficulty levels. The hardest difficulty level, I can't even remember if you can have the trucks brought back to you or not. Or if you have to, like, you know, use one of your vehicles to bail out the other floor. What's it, 60 in Florida? It's low 60s, upper 50s, yeah. That's Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I don't know what the equivalent is in Celsius, but it's what I refer to as brisk, but not cold. Like, it's enough you might toss on a sweater, maybe a hoodie or whatever, but probably not enough you're going to put on a proper jacket. Not unless you're someone who's particularly sensitive to cold. You know what cold feels like? I've lived in Michigan. I have experienced negative temperatures, so yes. Alright, Lux Ray. I was like, that makes no sense in my context. Yeah, so like that other truck I was doing has 0 chance of getting up this road. Was playing Town of Salem 2? Gotcha. That's a road? It's a dirt road. It's a road if you believe. If you don't want to go all the way to road, you could potentially call it a path. Yeah, trail's also acceptable. when you just hold the brakes and just keep sliding down the hill. Yay! Do you know what a road is like if you're never outside the city? To paraphrase someone asking about cold while living in Florida. To be fair, I have in Florida been below freezing temperatures. Does it happen often? No. No, it does not. But, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at. Freezing temperatures, it's fair to call that cold. Now, you'll have the person who goes, he said freezing temperatures are cold, negative 30 degrees Celsius. Well, I mean, that's way colder, yes. But if we're going to put a line in the sand of what qualifies as cold, I feel like freezing is that we can all kind of rally behind, yeah, that's cold. Does it get colder? Oh, yes, it does. So much, yes, it does. But I would go out on a limb and say, the point where you can realistically get hypothermia if you're outside and you're not properly dressed would qualify as cold. We can go with there's cold and then there's bitter cold. Or biting cold, whatever you want to go with. Oh man, if we have frozen roads in Florida, end of everything. I can't see what's happening here. Pretty sure I'm off the road. Alright. So I got stuck up on, I'm getting stuck up on rocks. And just using the winch to kind of just tug the vehicle over it. Let's see, watching someone we've seen earlier mentioned that they would rather be outside in minus teens in low humidity than barely below freeze in high humidity. I would agree with that. A lot of times, because like I said, I was from Michigan before, and a lot of times Michigan can be really humid. And those like the really nasty days when it was cold. It wouldn't even have to be that cold, but you get it properly humid. It almost feels like, what if your clothes didn't mean anything? Like you're bundled up, but what if I just sliced right through all your clothing like it wasn't even there? That's what humidity does. And that goes both ways with the hot and the cold. If it's super hot and humid, your clothes feel just as useless. And on top of that, when you're hot and humid, it makes your sweating feel useless too, because it just doesn't evaporate, it just runs on you. Versus again, cold and humid, similar kind of experience. It just cuts right through. And cold and humid can also be a problem because the same thing about any moisture just sticks on you, and it makes it a lot easier to make you susceptible to stuff like hypothermia and frostbite and those kind of things. It counteracts a lot of your body's ability to ward off extreme temperatures. Alright. They're going for our next watchtower. Basically, I'm trying to reveal big chunks of the map. You can find upgrades and all that. I would like to scout around real fast and see, like, what roads are absolute crap versus what roads are much better, while I have a vehicle that's well suited to deal with that. Yeah, so this actually is telling me that this might be the route I want to take my big truck. Oh yeah, I think just from what little I played before, I think this does loop around and go down that way. But that's the reason why we're driving around in the truck that gets around really easy, as opposed to our big road-only suited truck that, you know, we can deal with a little bit of mud, but if we hit proper mud, that truck is just straight up done. Alright. Okay, so that was guessing where the roads are. All right, let's see if I can actually get up there. I might not be able to get up there from this side. I need to remember to put on my handbrake every time I pull up the map. We'll see. I might just be able to cut across. I might not be able to. Ooh, that is not my favorite. Okay, but we should be able to get there. So let's try our best to stay out of the worst of this really deep mud. We are 2 seconds in. We have already failed in that. Alright, so I should be able to scooch across here to these trees. It's eyesight. Like, if you look at this, where it's very clear, like, there's really deep ruts in it, that's deep mud. Versus if it's just, like, a darker brown, that's regular mud. But, like, when you see, like, the really deep ruts where it has, like, water and all that kind of stuff, that's when you know you're in trouble. Normal person would walk, not drive. Hey, man, you don't know how lazy I am. Zimo Man said, "When you're in Florida, even breathing felt weird to me because you're not used to such humidity levels. I was shocked to see windows getting steamed from the outside." Yep. It also works the other way too. Like if you're used to really high humidity and you go someplace like Vegas where it's like the humidity doesn't exist and you breathe the air after you're used to high humidity, you'll sit there and be like, "Why is it hard to breathe? Why is this air just made out of sand?" Alright. So it does impact in both directions. Okay, so we've revealed that part of the map. That looks like we've got everything down here, and we've got pretty straight shot. Our garage is where? Down here. Alright, so let's plan to hit that next watchtower. So we can go work our way over here. We got a nice little road there. And we're gonna make our way to that watchtower. Because we're gonna reveal all that before we try and take our pain in the butt truck through here. You've seen trucks buried to the frame get out of mud. Yeah, it can be a little finagling, like especially if you got a winch point. There's stuff you can do with that. It's also one of those things is you'll have people go, "Haha, you're stuck." As long as your truck is able to achieve any type of motion that isn't just going back and forth in the same spot, you're not stuck yet. You may not be making good progress, but you're not stuck. Because even if I'm moving forward at 0.5 mile an hour, I am still, in fact, moving forward. Alright, that did improve my situation. And I really cannot see the situation with my my back tires. I'm assuming I'm just spinning wheels half the time. But we're definitely nowhere near stuck. We are moving. Depends how sucky the mud is. The worst you've seen is a vehicle stuck on a prairie that had a crust of harder soil and then mud. The muddy slush underneath. Lighter vehicles definitely did better there. That's one of the things that gets you in trouble in Florida is a lot of places here. You'll have what looks like perfectly fine, like just open field, but it's not. It's actually full-on swamp. And so people will make the mistake of trying to drive out into it thinking, oh, it's just this field, whatever, I can just go into the field and all that. And then suddenly their vehicle just starts sinking, and then it's not even just stuck. They just like sink in and, flood their engine with water and everything because it gets too low. that is a thing that happens. It's not often. It happens like a couple times a year probably, that someone tries to cross some field for whatever reason versus taking a road, and then suddenly they have to have someone like get a proper tow truck where they, you know, anchor it down on the side and just pull the vehicle out of the muck. Oh yeah, nowhere near stuck. Who would have thought making a land in a giant freaking swamp would have tons of mud? Well, that's the thing. If you've ever seen Florida swamp, it doesn't, like, it's not like where you see like pictures from, you know, the deep swamps of Mississippi and Alabama, where it's like, you know, it's all the blackened trees and it's dark and spooky and eerie looking. It looks just like a plain, like just a normal plains. It's just you get out there and go, wait, the ground is water, and then, you know, then you step in and you sink like 1.5 feet into what's like silt sort of mud. And the problem is where a person sinks 1.5 feet and then they go, oh, let me just step back out of this real fast. A truck just goes, and you know, when you're 1.5 feet deep and you're already committed because you're going 15 miles an hour expecting it to be relatively smooth sailing, you've already sunk the front half of your vehicle into the ground like 1-2 feet. You may not be able to get traction on your back tires to pull yourself back out. You know, and little car isn't going to do you any good. Alright, so we've got what looks like some pretty boggy stuff up ahead. So it definitely feels like our other truck is going to go around this way. I'm feeling like I need to be on this back road to reach that, so let's backtrack here. That is not how I expected that to go. So you backtrack real fast to hit that watchtower. Yeah, so this here for the other truck, maybe I can winch my way through it, but it'll be a fight. So more than likely I take that side road, and the side road will be perfectly fine with like light mud or whatever, or dirt or whatever you want to call it. Alright. So this is the big difference between what I've been doing this time versus playing the last time. The last time, I just took the other truck and just would try and send it. And surprisingly, actually had a decent amount of success doing it, but it was a decent amount of slow, painful, agonizing success, as opposed to doing anything in an intelligent or reasonable fashion. Okay. So, where's the snow? Different maps have different stuff. There's maps that are very heavy in the snow, and then there's maps that are only mild in snow. There's a variety. So we are on the first map, which is the easiest map, and there's no snow yet. This one's disaster is that it was flooded. Which, even with a flood, I'm a little curious how you'd have this bad of mud at the higher elevations. Like, is this some, like, biblical Noah's Ark type of flood rolled through? Like, you get mudslides and rock slides, sure, all that makes sense. You know, heavy rainfall. But for a flood, where it's, like, properly swamped down everywhere, places way up here I wouldn't... And, like, you'd have, like, the occasional spot where it's, like, a pocket or whatever. But I wouldn't expect it to be that bad. Hey, Frank, is this higher elevations mud or soft soil? That is a good question. It's too dark for me to see. Alright, so we revealed the way to the garage. Yeah, so it seems like... It seems like the answer for the other vehicle is to take it around this way, go straight on through to around here, and then cut across that way. We'll check this spot. This spot looks like it might be a little rough, but it might not be. But this spot looks bad. And I could take this whole thing the whole way around. I don't think we need to worry about that right now. Also, I'm curious about this path and where the heck that goes. It looks like it just goes into nowhere. So let's backtrack. I'm gonna check this route out on the way by, get our upgrade, and then drop this off. And eventually I will need to deal with gassing this thing up, because we're already a little over halfway through our gas. Oh yeah, no, the rain would still affect it. But the idea that this is, you know, an area that's struck with disaster, that we're going multiple days in the game later, and it's still being a swampy mess. Like, the lower level, sure, absolutely. The water's going to settle there. It's a flood. That's the whole thing, is the water can't find its way out in a timely manner, so it just really murks up all the soil and mud and all that to make it just really, really a rough, dangerous thing. But the higher elevations, you would start to see it not dry out, but it'd be a little less this. This could also be my own ignorance and naivety, because I haven't lived in many places that have proper mountains. I lived in places that had proper rolling hills up in Michigan, and then Florida we have a hill, singular. I'm obviously exaggerating there. We have like one or two proper hills here, and then like the rest of it's just kind of mild elevation changes and then flat. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take the big truck over this way. Which is going to be a little bit of a disaster. You can find upgrades in the world. They may not apply to your current vehicle, but will be useful for others. Finding an upgrade gives you a copy of it for free and unlocks it in the customization store. We now have a raised suspension kit for venturing down old roads and off-road terrain. Cool. And it can go in the GMC MH9500, which I think might be what we're in. It means our truck gets to be a little bit more bouncy. So the truck did that route relatively fine. There's a little dodgy spot at the beginning, but nothing that was even remotely that big a deal. I'm a little worried about taking the other truck through that, because it's not four-wheel drive, nowhere near as well suited for that. Garage discovered. You have discovered your first garage. What you have done so far is the meat of the game. Explore, discover watchtowers, complete contracts, earn rewards, find garages, improve, or buy new vehicles. Now let's go inside. Okay. Obtained an all-wheel drive powertrain that can provide torque to all connected wheels on demand. Cool. Go and pull you in here as well. Move to garage. All right. So I've got you, and we got suspension. I thought that's what we got. Was this the right truck? Oh no, this is a Chevrolet. Okay. So we didn't get an upgrade for this truck. We got an upgrade for a different truck. That's fair. Let's see if we have any just already unlocked things. We could buy more stuff for it. We can look into that later. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We can try and unlock stuff later. Right now, I'm going to leave that alone because I don't know what I'm going to need. We can go ahead and I want to please travel to Alaska region to complete. Okay. You cannot leave the garage while you have any retained truck. I should pay attention. Let's see. You don't have to complete everything in your current location before moving on to the next one. Some interesting trucks and resources can only be found in other locations and regions. So let's do some traveling. Prepare your truck for transportation by using the retain function with spacebar. Your vehicle is now placed in the truck storage. You can get ready to travel. Go to the global map. Okay. Click on Alaska. Okay. Click here. Okay. Click on the map. Excellent. Yeah, no, it's just basically teaching you. It's like, yo, this map isn't in just one places. You know, whatever. This is empty because your vehicle is still in storage. Go to your truck storage. Okay. You can deploy your truck here. Excellent. Deploy. Your vehicle has been deployed. Now let's leave the garage and go explore Alaska. I don't wanna. Okay. Welcome to Alaska. Now, the base of the game is up to you to scout. Accept contracts, upgrade your new vehicles, conquer the wilderness. Completing contracts in Alaska might be tougher because of the weather conditions. If you want to be more prepared, feel free to come back to Michigan and explore Alaska later. Cool. So we're going to immediately go, what if, hear me out, we took our truck and we did the thing of driving right over here and slamming our parking brake. That's a trailer store. So what if, hear me out, we drove immediately around to the other side of the building. Yeah, no, I'm definitely the person who I would like to finish the map you start on first before moving on to the next one. So we will retain global map, Michigan, do this. Garage. All right. Yeah, I would definitely like to finish. Like, it could be that some of these games, I don't know about this one. Some games they do want you to kind of finish what you're working on first before we're going to the next one. All right, so we still have our truck back there. We got this one. So this truck is properly trashed, but I already pulled it into position. So it's in our garage, it's all fixed. Same thing as before, let's do a quick run through, see if we have any free unlocked parts. I don't think we will. Well, it just already comes with a snorkel. That's cool. Yeah. So we're good there. Let's go to our map. A service trailer over there. But we still got our truck over here that we did get an upgrade for. So let's get it. This is going to be very annoying to deal with, isn't it? Alright, so let's see if I can't manage to turn this around in a way that isn't super painful and awful. What do you mean it has a lousy turn radius? Are you telling me this thing isn't intended for driving around in narrow areas off-road? Alright, we'll just try detaching the trailer. Get ourselves in a better position. Use the winch to just drag that a little bit more over this way. I don't believe there's anything else I could see anywhere nearby. Alright. So what have we learned at this moment? We are actually making progress at getting unstuck, by the way. I'm peeling that little bit of a bump up. And we're inching forward a little bit each time. The reason I'm wiggling my wheels in the front is just trying to finagle that just enough I can get myself at a better angle. If I can get in range of that telephone pole, we'll be in good shape. There we go, we're free. Sure, that's how that works. Excellent. Well done, trailer. You worked exactly how you were always meant to work. Alright, let's get that. Sort out there. Come on, you can do it. You can reverse. Oh, wait, no you can't. You're in low. That's my bad. Alright. And you didn't see it, but I might have tried to hit 3 to turn on cruise control. I have not played too much Farming Simulator. That is a lie and slander. Oh, right. I should probably actually put in the map the path we want to take. So we want to take this route down here. That should be fine. This should be fine. There's water there. So yeah, this is fine. That's another thing, is we should go and get that truck recovered. Not with this one. Now, this area is awful, so we want to go around that. And straight into our garage. Well, we can see if we can't free that drowned scout using our other truck, maybe. And I am just trying to send it as fast as I can, so we hopefully can't get bogged down too fast. Yeah, don't give me, try to avoid giving me too much information. Butte, let me make mistakes. Honestly, people are going to enjoy it. Alright, so... yeah, it should be actually easy to recover. Because I could probably take the other little scout truck right across that, that spot there. Over this way and that way. Yeah, no, I got you. Like I said, let me make mistakes. Let me, you know, mess up. It's part of the fun. Because then I get properly bogged down in the dark mode and go, oh, right, I shouldn't do that. Or I'll go to send it way too much, realize I've made a mistake, and it's too late to stop myself, momentum carrying me into awful times. I'm also trying to not go in the exact same tracks that were here before. Just go fast in the mud, it can't possibly stop you. Of course not. Alright, so that's the spot right there. Let's see if we can't inch around this. We'll do just like we did with the other truck. Now granted, this one is much less suited for this. This is a road truck. Goes over the bridge. Bridge immediately collapses. Wasn't meant for this type of weight. This thing barely fits. So cut right across here and ignore that waypoint. All right. I actually have no idea if you could store the trailers in here or not. I never tried. Attach the trailer before you go in the garage. I understand. Alright, so this is the one we got the suspension for. So boom. Raised kit. Heck yeah. Let's install it. It doesn't change any of our stats other than it's supposed to make us a little bit better in off-roading. We can buy a bunch of equipment. All right. So the point is, we've got that set up right. Set up at all, I guess I should say. Was there another vehicle we had floating around here? So we got the drowned scout truck. We should go recover that. We've got a handful of the towers up here. We have a drowned highway truck. We should check that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and unmark these spots. We got a whole bunch of stuff to fix here. We have a contest, which I don't really know what it is. That'll keep the engine out of water? Yep. So what is the easiest... Alright, here we go. So we got empty slots for a bunch of vehicles here. Let's take you. Okay, so our first plan is let's go on the side route here. We got the drowned truck up here. I could spin by this north route and come from this area, because I think we go around from this left side was the area that looked like is the safest to go in, is to pop over this way and try and do it. That's going to be rough, I suspect, because I'm imagining that's all just going to be murky mud. We also have the drowned highway truck down here. Let's go for the highway truck first, because it's closer, even though that's going to be significantly more involved in that. Alright. Like, right now, I'm just letting our money build up as we're finishing objectives and whatnot, and not worrying at all about purchasing the upgrades. We'll definitely need to do that, but it's kind of, I want to see what equipment we find and get, and then as I have need for upgrades, we can go after them. Okay, it was to the left is the way I wanted to go. Because I may find there's a truck I just like way more. So instead of wasting money on upgrading this one, I might upgrade the other one instead. All right. Now, I believe all I have to do for recovering a vehicle, I think we just have to get to the vehicle. I don't remember if we even have to get it out. Like, if I could just get to it or bring it to me or whatever. Once I get close enough, it's mine. Now, it could be that's damaged and I have to, like, bring it back kind of thing. Which is, I think, a thing where you, like, send it back to your garage or whatever. I want to say the harder difficulties you actually do want to, like, drag it back with you kind of deal, but I think that's a special thing. Oh, I also... There was no reason to not accept quests, right? Well, you accept every quest you see, and it's fine. I want to say this was the game that you could just, like, literally pick up every imaginable quest and it's fine. Place beyond the Spruces. Yup. Just trying to destroy a thing. Why don't you take a look? Cool. There's also trucks tied to quests that you can't claim. Yeah. I don't think this is a road. I think we just drove off into the woods and went and called it a road. Where is that truck? Ooh, you are in the soup. Okay. So I can probably get across this spot all right. Not really sure about getting that truck out, though, with what we got here. I want to... There we go. Oh, SnowRunner gearbox for scouts is better gearbox, mainly because of low gear. Yeah. Oh good, I can actually get over there. I didn't think that was in range. Don't. I was hoping we could keep that standing. There, turn the back around. Alright, high-low gear? I just have low. Like, at the moment, I'm using what I got available. You're probably thinking after I get some upgrades. Alright, not yet. That's what SnowRunner gearbox adds? Well, yeah, I just don't have it yet. You know, try to avoid giving me too much information. I'm hoping... Alright. What do you mean it's got more traction than I do? You may have already noticed. Right, it's fine to be into the game, But like I keep saying, you know, like, hey, please don't backseat, hey, please don't backseat, hey, please don't backseat. I get that people are excited to see me play it. Just, you know, let me make mistakes, let me do awful things. If I get close enough, do I get credit for it? You get into your vehicle? That's what I'm thinking. I wasn't sure how close I had to get to it and all that. So let's release the winch. Right now. And grab you. Pull you a little ways out of this water for a moment. I understand that, but you're still giving me information that, like, at the moment isn't what I really need or want or anything like that. Am I too far from you? Is that what's going on? Yeah, no, I can't. Okay. I might need to be closer to it. Okay, if it is attached. Nope, that's not what I want. Yeah, so it's not going to let me jump in it right now. Let's scooch up closer to it. See if can I get to the front half of it? No, just the two spots. Because I'd like to get closer up to the front to start trying to turn it towards us. I'm also curious, like, if I just full on go in that yellow box, does it... It just lets me disconnect and all that. It's just front or back are my only options. Show task. Oh. So, it's interesting that I can't do anything jumping in that truck. Like, it won't let me change to that truck. We have a task here. You know what might help is those logs act like they have physics to them so far as they get in the way. I might actually be able to get my truck on the other side of the truck. And if that's the case, what I might be able to do is use the log as something to get stuck on, to then let the winch pull it to us. So let's try and drag ourselves past these logs. Oh, I seriously just disconnected it. So instead of closing the menu, I keep turning off my engine, which is not what I'm aiming for. This will be perfect. Deliberately get ourselves in this little pocket between the trees. Excellent. Oh, okay. All right. Hang on a second. Calm down. It's not exactly what I had in mind here. Well, we did move it a little bit at the beginning of that disaster. And then we kind of didn't move it much after. Wait, where did my connection logs go? Did driving over them destroy them? Or is it because like I'm on top of them? We moved it a bunch. Then we got stuck again. I was hoping for like hard mode weather tweaks. Oh, I mean, they'll probably have a bunch of mods for all that stuff later. Yeah, so we did manage to pull it a little bit, and then we just slide back in the mud and get nothing else done. We are definitely moving it. Keep turning off my engine because it's right next to the same button that we used to pull this up. Oh, it's not moving much now. Can't get in that vehicle? Long time to play. No, I tried. It doesn't show up as an option. Oh, it was moving. I wish my headlights weren't basically a hair above useless. Alright. Yeah, like it lurches the truck board about half a wheel's length when I first pull on it, and it's not sinking back in. So we are making very slow and painful progress. My hope is that I can get myself out of the really bad spot of the muck. Dragos, again, please stop backseating. I am experimenting. Is it gonna go great? Probably not. But please stop. Because like I am pulling it, I am making small amounts of progress. My hope is I can get it out of this wet spot here. No, go on. If I get low on gas, you retreat out and just go for the other truck. Like, don't get me wrong, I know I could get upgrades and that'd probably help. I could go and just search for other vehicles, that could probably help. But I don't really have, in all honesty, any real scope of how much different things involved. We'll figure it out. But very genuinely, like, let me make mistakes, let me throw my head against the wall and all that. That is part of the learning experience, it is part of the fun. Would you, well, I'm... Right. So it sounds like, oh, for this truck, you just need to go out and grab another truck. That's fine. But I don't care if that's true or correct or whatever. Like, just like everyone else gets to make their mistakes, I want to make mine. I could time you out if that's what you really want. I mean, usually it's easier to just sit on your hands. Oh man, I gotta do math. Let's see, so it's 60 seconds for a minute. So 3,600 be like 100 minutes or something like that. I'm hopefully not, I can just end the timeout when I switch games. I also have to put in the person's name. You know what, I'm just gonna sit there and say, hey, just sit on your hands. If you can't figure it out, then we can do a proper timeout. I shouldn't have to time people out for self-control reasons. If you need someone to time you out to avoid saying things, just, you know, again, sit on your hands. Whatever you gotta do, that's what you gotta figure out. Let's see if I can't get ourselves over here to the right more. You love this early part of the game? Well, right. That's a lot of fun for people, is you can never, like, once you learn a game, you can never go back to the time you didn't know it. Like, that time is gone. And there's definitely, like, that nostalgia of learning, like, making your mistakes and doing all that stuff. And while certainly a lot of people want to see you get to, you know, whatever for them is the good part and all that, there is a lot of value in just being like, I don't know what I'm doing, let's figure this out. Alright, so I'm not gonna be anywhere near where I need. And also, You're a low player level 1 only once. Later on, you'll have upgrades unlocked. Exactly. So there'll also be times that you're like, there's probably a better way to do this that you don't know about. Alright, well, screw that tree. I don't want that tree anyways. There we go. Alright, so I do think that truck is properly stuck. Because I'm running out of things to anchor to. And I am running into that problem where this truck is soon going to have problems if I don't start going. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to change up our route. We'll come back to that truck later. And instead we'll go over here. Because we did recognize that there's like a land bridge there. There's another scout truck over there. So it's entirely possible we might be able to free this other truck and go with that. Can you pull from the front? I didn't see a good spot to get over to that side of it. There might be, but one of the problems I'm having right now is it's getting to be nighttime, so my ability to see is getting heavily penalized. That's actually part of why I'm trying to get out of this. Oh yeah, no, I didn't see a spot where it was allowing me to pull from the front. I would suspect there is one. Oh, here, we'll take that one over there. But it's a matter of I couldn't get, even when I was like right on top of it, I couldn't get it to register it, so it could be I'm at the wrong angle. I don't really know what the limitations in the game about like what it takes to qualify one or the other. We'll try coming back with, you know, either get this truck some upgrades or everything. Yeah, and the game is constantly being like, you know, you probably want a heavier truck for this. I'm like, I'm sure I do. It's also a heavier truck. So, you know, at some point, one of them has to pull the other out of the water. Alright. If this is real life, I can't imagine what would be inside the smaller truck. But like with all that mud getting in and out of the connector winch points. I mean, also in real life, you probably wouldn't have a truck in the middle of some random field just sitting there in the flood. Like, I could see along the edge of the road, like, properly the swamp, but, like, just way out there. It's just like, but why? Why did you do that to yourself? Let's try and stay on this little berm here versus going properly into the liquid. Okay, so there's no attachment points. So if we start getting stuck in this, then we're properly stuck in this. But trying to keep her two wheels along this rut. Can you attach to the fence? Maybe, but I'm gonna be nowhere near that fence, unfortunately. I can't see at all what I'm doing. Oh yeah, no, the fences are definitely out of range, like way out of range. We are moving forward, at least last look. You know what we might do? Stop edging. Can I fast forward time? Looks like there's a higher hill behind it. Yeah, I think for the higher hill I won't be in hitch range or winch range. Hey, it passed. How's it going? Like, we aren't moving forward, so we're not stuck yet. We're just not making good time. But that's fine. There's gonna be a lot of times we don't make. You think it's in the menu? Is there a game setting where I just turn off night entirely? Because I would. Like, for some games it makes sense to have night, but our games are like, you know what? I'd rather be able to see and not murder my oddballs. You don't have anything like there. I don't have anything here that applies it. T? Skip time. Oh, I see. There we go. So we are moving forward. Not fast, but we are moving forward. Hey, Dino, how's it going? Twisting the wheels a little bit to try and get ourselves a little bit out of their own ruts. Just wiggle, 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 yeah. Is this a newer game? 2020, I think. So not new, but not old. Yes, we're still moving forward just by spinning our wheels. I should have topped off the gas before we went. Let's try turning the wheels this way because we're starting to get our... It'd be nice if there's anything to winch through. There's allowed to be more than one Dave. Now, 3 Daves would be too many, but 2's fine. Are we still moving forward? We are still moving forward. Like, you keep expecting any second now that we'll start to climb out of this, because that was, like, just that dip in the mud rail there. And then we'll get to, like, this berm or whatever. I don't know, it's, like, just part of the field. The slightly higher elevation that isn't quite as mucky. In hindsight, maybe not go straight across. I was gonna say, we could just go straight across. That might actually be okay over there. There's a gap in the fence, I think. Now, the other issue is I'm kind of beaching the truck on the mud. Alright. I need to get just enough that we're like front tires on that. Alright, come on. Like, it's getting there. I keep seeing that back bumper start picking up as I turn the wheels. Just need to climb just a little more. We're almost free. The downsides are burning gas fast. What's your map code? I'll come watch. Would you? No. I'm not doing multiplayer. Thank you for the offer. I do want to, like, I'm new to the game. I do want to deliberately let myself make mistakes, get stuck, cause trouble. You know, learn the game the way everyone else learns. You don't see any movement? Yeah, no, we got movement. Like, it's not a lot, but we are moving forward slowly and steadily. Alright, let's turn the wheel again, start shifting. The downside is, unless we start getting some actual proper movement speed going... Oh, that was some backtracking right there. So don't turn the wheel hard left. Come on, we're almost out of the worst part there. That said, I don't know how well it's going to go when we get that truck over there, but... Right now it's getting kind of stuck there. That's because we got a big heap of mud that our bumper's is trying to be a boat through. Alright. Yeah, no, that's what we've been doing, is we've turned the wheel to the right, which has been leveling out our back bumper and all that. The issue is I need to actually get those front tires just over the rim, and the problem is we're bottoming out our front bumper now. So we were getting some forward momentum. Oh no, we're still moving forward, okay. Nope, wait, we're shifting back and forth, but are we actually... We might actually not be moving forward anymore. We might be properly not making progress. Alright, it's moving forward again. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do is just get to that ridge. Oh, wait, we're actually seeing proper forward movement again. No, it's got some stuff that does well and some stuff that kind of not great. Yeah, so you can see here that we are moving forward little by little. Actually, like, also kind of moving slightly to the side. Yeah, like, it's actually got some decent more forward movement now. Like, I think we're getting ready to climb out here. Yeah, like, you can see the front tires are raising a little and then shifting down a little. Why did you suddenly stop making sound? You're still going. I'm really hoping this whole thing isn't just soupy the whole way through. That would be very disappointing. We're almost out of gas, because I didn't fill up before we came here. We were at about 11 gallons when I headed this way, so... That's because we fought with a truck much bigger than us to try and move it. Come on. Hey, the sound's back. Yeah, it's stuff like that that are probably just, you know, certain, like in certain games you have like these are the same type of mistakes most new players make. So the going from one project to the other without gassing back up and getting yourself stuck because you ran out of fuel. Yeah, we could also check next time that hill. It'll back us up into the water, but that might be a bit better mud. I was honestly expecting us to be climbed out of the worst of this by now, versus just making a solid track through it. Why would you call it a mistake? It's a learning experience, sounds like? Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Is that a Ford or a Chevy? I mean, it's irrelevant. I know people have their, like, borderline holy wars about which one's better and all that stuff, but they're both trucks. Oh, I think it's a Chevy, though. Like, people get really up in arms about one truck versus the other. So, now this isn't looking good. We might have beached the bottom of the truck. No, actually, we're moving again. It doesn't matter. We're gonna run out of fuel before I can do anything. I am curious if we get close enough to it, if we will get some type of credit or be able to actually run it or something like that. But, unfortunately, I do think we are, in fact, actually stuck now. So where we were moving ridiculously slow before, I do think we are properly beached. I'm not seeing any meaningful movement anymore at all. Let's see if I can't. I was gonna see if I could get us... One second. My mouse is escaping the window and, like, way off to the side there. I was gonna see if I could, just get us out of the ruts, but nope. We're stuck. We're stuck. It literally said, there we go, recover. So unfortunately we are actually stuck. Okay. So right now it's looking like we could try this again, but try instead of going from the side we went where we just got up into the muck. See if we're able to pop in from the other side. The other thing we can do is try and hit that tower. So let's go check this route, because we also don't know there's more upgrades or anything like this. So let's go around this way, see what we got up here. And try about that. Which I know we're kind of being stubborn about checking for stuff here, but I only know the situation with a lot of this, so we're just going to figure it out. Stuck truck wins. Yep. Oh, I mean, do you just randomly? I don't think we ranked up anything. We can check the garage. I mean, we're right here. I know I've got unlocked stuff I can buy, and I've been avoiding buying the stuff for right now since we don't really know what we got. So we need to explore to find more, explore to find more. I've got stuff I can buy here, so I can buy better tires, which wouldn't be necessarily a terrible idea. I'm assuming we just have to explore. Oh, I have to have the correct suspension to install those. Interesting. The winch we could buy. Like, we don't have a lot of money. So I want to, like, because right now I don't even know if vehicles are available and all that. And that makes me hesitant to spend money because, you know, I don't know how generous the money's going to be later and all that. We'll figure it out. We're going to do a different route, explore a little bit more, see what we can find. And then we'll try and pick up that truck from the other side, see if it makes it any better. If it does, great. If it doesn't, if I have to go someplace else, we can deal with it. Oh yeah, no, sooner or later I know I'm gonna have to spend. Like, it's one of those things, like, say for that truck I recognize, like the big truck, let's say, that I recognize, okay, this is the most powerful truck I've been able to find so far. Alright, in that case, what I'll do is I'll take the most powerful truck I've got so far, maybe toss on some better tires, or an engine, or whatever is appropriate, and seeing if I can't use that to free the next truck. But we'll probably explore a lot more of the map before we start spending. Alright. Okay, and I believe up here it goes down to the other part of the farm that isn't related to what we're doing right now. Because I'm also curious, we'll just go up here and we'll find some random part, whether or not it does good for this vehicle. That's what things we're gonna do. That's the problem I had the first time I played this. I didn't bother exploring and doing a bunch of stuff like trying to recover vehicles. It was just, what is next objective, do next objective, and a lot of times I just didn't have the equipment I needed to do it properly. And we did it anyways. And we were successful in a lot of cases, only after agonizing pain. Gotcha. So I'm seeing a little bit better how you can identify the really crap mud versus the not quite crap mud. I don't want to go over there. That's really yucky down there. Switch over to this side. That is way worse than I thought it was from what I could see from that side. I do think with all the logs I can cross over there. The other downside, though, is there's not a gap in the fence from this side. So I do think we'd have to go over here, but maybe instead, let's go over around here. Go to this side, but instead this time go up here. Because that looks like how your truck stops moving entirely. And this spot over here, I don't think we can make work. And snake around the side here by the trees so I know I can get through relatively easy. Alright. This isn't great. This is definitely not the way to approach this next time. Alright. Okay, so basically, similar strategy last time, very different approach angle. Alright, So we're at least able to move this time because we're in the higher area. We'll see if I can't get close enough to actually get connected to that. And then if I can get connected, let's see if I can even pull it through this. Alright, there's our range. Good to know. You don't want to go straight in for it. Hey, Pirate, how's it going? And congrats to the 10 stream streak. Alright. We've actually got a pretty okay spot here. Let's start turning around. Alright. So we got it. Got moved a bit. Remember when you hook up the chains, get a running start? Alright, so let's... Alright, so we sunk into the mud more than I wanted. Need to be careful about that next time. I think we'll be able to climb out of this one. We need to not get into, like, the really liquidy mud. You know, well... venture out of the weather for like an hour, so that's a plus. -7 with wind chill. Alright. That's kind of the big problem with this area, is there's just nothing to winch to anywhere. Just wiggling those tires to help us climb little by little. There we go. Just need to get out of the soup. Let's get to our farthest out we can. Because it almost looks like if I get near that fence line, like it seems like the closer I get to the fence, the less just goopy this is gonna be. So more I could probably do with it. I wonder in the game how much those hay bales stay in place. Like in real life, it wouldn't take much to shove a hay bale around. Like when we're talking about, you know, trucks and all that trying to torque their way through things. But it's also a video game, so you never can quite take that for surface value. Oh, come on. You know, I could do. Is that in range enough that I could switch? Ooh, I can. Alright. Here we go. If we could do this right, I'll be trying to pull the back bumper through the mud when I try and grab that, which should make the mud work for me versus against me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Climb that little bit. I just need to climb the little bit. Come on. There you go. And we're getting it pretty far out of here. Now, I don't really know where I have to take that to. Or how far it has to go or anything like that. Do you have a winch? Yeah, no, we're using the winch. I'm actually using the truck to both pull myself out of the ruts we're making, as well as to drag it out of the mud. Oh, I see. Like, the spots in between are just straight up nothing. All right. Yeah, again, please, 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 don't tell me how to play the game. Everyone's been doing it. Please. Let me figure it out. I've actually been doing that a lot the whole way, by the way. Did you activate the task while you're in the yellow square? No. I didn't realize that was a thing I had to do. Like, just once I started it. Gotcha. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard for me to tell who has played and who is just guessing. All right. Okay. Need to stay on these. I do, though, need to try and get over to, there's a little bit more land. We're making good progress, though. Release you for a moment. Get ourselves situated where we need to be. All right. Straighten ourselves out the way I want to be turned. I had hoped that was going to make it so I could cut across these easier, but is trying to use the winch to rotate the truck, not really caring about how much or how little sense it makes for... There we go. Oh, I see a major problem with the strategy. Okay. And the issue is, those tracks are enough that I'm beaching myself on it. Shift those tires. I need to get my tires up on this like ridge here and that ridge there. I was trying to cut straight across, and that was not the move. It's not panning out quite the way I'd hoped it would. Actually might work. Not the way I expected it or planned to, but it's pushing me back onto the ridge. Alright. If there's nothing else, it might move it enough that I can get around the other side and grab it and pull it across that spot of water. Come on. Get up on that ridge. Alright. Little by little, we're wiggling out of here. Freedom. Okay, so we've learned our lesson. Don't try and cut directly horizontally across those ridges. It does not end well. All right. So we can go along here. Okay, I'm not even using the winch. Now I am. That was just the other truck under its own power. Like, I'm not digging in. What is happening right now? I'm stuck in the tree, I see. Tree's collision hitbox, whatever you want to call it, was a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Okay. We're almost to the road. There we go. Cool. I wonder if I can only accept the quest if I got to that spot in the middle, or if I can, you know, click on the drowned scout truck or go here. Because my concern is if I, like, won't get credit because I didn't accept the quest. Good, that's fine. Alright. And a good idea to truck out. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are for, like, the quests and all that. Oh, what am I doing? Let's go. I'm assuming if I already recovered the truck, and then I grab the quest, it'll just be like, you finished! Yay! I should fix my waypoints. We want to go this way, up and over. Let's see, but you need to go back and activate the quest to know where to drop it off. Oh, I thought I just needed to take it back to the garage. Okay, if I have to take it someplace other than that, let's release the truck for right now. For real fast. Go tag that square. And get back here. Now that we've learned our lesson that I need to be driving on, like, where there's the ruts with, like, the dip in them, which it makes sense that what is happening right now. Pretty sure I'm mashing a tree. There we go. You know, I have to grab the quest. I thought I just had to take it back to the garage, like I'm just taking that truck as my own. I thought that's what was going on. Yeah, no, I had to squash a tree. So the catch here, it's fine. What's a little severe engine damage? But first I'm going to do this, which is... I want to be in the dark. You're not sure maritime salvage laws apply in Michigan? Look. It's a disaster location. I'll just do what I want. Alright, so we did manage to recover out there. the question is, how do I get to the quest box? Because the last time I went around, we got immediately bogged down and couldn't proceed. But I am hoping if we can manage to stay on the ridges, we'll be fine. Oh, all-wheel drive got turned off at some point. That's not something I want. Because on that last road, I think is when it's fussing with it, trying to like turn off its engine and everything to get it to cooperate better with me for there. Okay. So I could try going from the side I was going, but there's definitely no tracks there. Either way, I'm going to have to cut across stuff, which I'm not super sure the best approach. I could line up with these two ridges here. I don't know if I have to actually get in that square or just close enough to it. But as long as I stay on the green parts, I think we'll be okay. And if not, we'll get immediately stuck and go back to the drawing board. Hey, Elevation, how's it going? We're trying our best to keep as many tires on the ridges as possible until we get to this last home stretch. Alright, we definitely had two tires just sink into the middle of it, and I think we are going to be properly stuck here in a minute. Which is kind of what I was figuring is going to happen, but I think this will be less of a total disaster route than the other way. I wonder is also if a thing if I had connected to... Oh, you started Timberborn? Nice. I also wonder if it's one of those things that had I, like, while I was connected to the truck that we pulled out, if I would have gotten the option to, accept the task there. It's just kind of weird that you can't, like, once you're hooked up to the truck at any point, you can't accept the task. It's just like this magic box. So trying to get my tires up on this side. There's no anchor point to speak of. Beforehand, I would have had the truck, and this would actually been just about in range. Come on, just climb up there. You have to get one of your... You've yet to get one of your tires in the yellow box to activate it. Yeah, no, I get that. But to me, it's weird that I have to drive all the way to the truck when I'm going to winch it out of there to be able to accept the task. That's to me just a weird game design choice. Like, not that it's necessarily wrong or anything like that, but you can see, like, in my situation, I didn't even think to check for it. Which is an unfamiliarity with the game problem, but... Come on. We definitely need better tires. I was under the impression I had to bring it back thing. Hey, the OG Mono, how's it going? There we go. Well, that is directly on the berm. We just immediately sank all the way in. So, that whole, if I stay on the green part, everything will be fine. That apparently is wrong. So that is me figuring stuff out. Gotcha. Doesn't surprise me with like all the like super freezing cold we've got going on a lot of places. Like not down here, but you keep hearing reports of like more and more stuff going on up north. That some power grids are not holding up too well. It does look like we're gonna be properly stuck on this again. Yeah, no, it's weird that, like I said, it's weird I can't accept the task after I've removed the truck from it. That I have to go to the spot the truck was. Oh, was it a breaking point? First time playing SnowRunner? Basically. Like, I have played once before, but I didn't take the proper time to, like, learn the game just at the beginning. Just didn't give it the time. They're doing a little bit better this time so far as figuring it out. But yeah, and the reminder, like, just to head people off of the pass, you know, please be reasonable about the back seating. The first time I played, I straight up had people like, don't grab those supplies that are grabbed from this other place. Like, you get them for free and easier. It's like, don't do that. Let me learn. But yeah, no, I've already got the truck out of here. Literally, it's halfway out of this area. Like, we got it out of the farm and everything. People are like, oh yeah, you need to grab the quest. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't just take it home? Get a backseat, don't get stuck, Rual. Aw, man. I never would have thought of that. Everyone said his truck gets stuck simulator. I thought that was the point. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Yeah, so I know we're not getting the truck back out of here, but we're already in this. I'm hoping I can get just enough to reach the box to accept the quest that I could then reset my truck to go grab the thing I've already rescued and just take it wherever it's supposed to go. Because, like, it's straight up just on the road over there. Like, already recovered and everything. I just don't know where I'm supposed to take it. Because I thought I was supposed to take it to the garage. Or like, nope, that's not where it goes. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, and that's just the thing. It was just an unexpected design choice for the game. Like, the doing of the task isn't, like, doesn't matter if you haven't accepted it, which, you know, okay. Like, we're still moving, but we're gonna run out of gas soon. I just need to climb out enough here that we can hopefully just belt it across those handful of bumps. Alright, come on. You could do it. You're like right here, man. Well, it's also a Texas thing. It's also a lot of places thing. Every power grid can hit its max, especially when it's unusual, like outside the normal expected ranges and all that. It's not an excuse for a lot of it, because some of it's just under provisioned grids, but when you have like way out there stuff, that happens. Because yeah, if we're gonna pick on states having their power grids under-spec'd and failing, Texas takes the cake. Especially since it's a self-inflicted problem by saying they didn't want to attach the rest of the grid. First time experience to be here, to be honest? Don't know. Well, I think we're properly in the muck to the point I don't think we're getting out of here. Which is a shame, because I'm right about to be right there. But yeah. We only got two gallons of gas left. It's not that we're not moving when I shift things around, but it's definitely not enough to get us where we're going in time. Let's try something that's probably a bad idea. Oh, right. When you use the reverse in this game, it's all weird and forward makes it go and all that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I just need you to rotate. I don't even care if you move anywhere, just rotate. You're looking like you want to. Yeah, and that's the worst thing. Like, you notice, the truck isn't there. I already got the truck. I just didn't have the quest because I didn't realize I had to accept it. So I've already done the hard part. I just didn't understand mechanics of how the game works with some of this stuff. Yeah, no, it grabbed because you said you fart. As in, it thought it was you were insulting someone by calling them a fart. Well. That's gonna be a recovery right there. I think I heard someone say that since elementary school. True, but I can't think of places where people say "you fart" very often, where they're not using it in the insulting manner. Now, granted, I don't think that's that much of what you got to worry about, but you never know. So then the question is, we've already recovered the other truck. Like it's wait, did it put it back? No, it's right here. What I don't know... Here, let's get rid of that. So every quest has, like, 2 places to do stuff. Let's check the farm. See if the... Well, actually... Fallen power line, do this. Drowned highway truck. Maybe we'll find the objective here. Let's see if we can't... Let's see if we go to the farm if the objective's there. Because it's mostly on the way to where we're going anyways. Try the scout recovery again. Once you pull it, you can drive back the way you pulled it. Let's see. We trying the scout recovery again. Once you pull it out, can we drive back the way we get the quest? Oh, we go back there? Well, that's the thing. I was trying to get back. Oh, you're saying go through the water. Hi. Oh, thank you. I love you.
I love you. Enjoy.
I've been brought food. I didn't even realize. What time is it? Oh, it's like 10. That makes sense. Doom? Yep. Doom brought me food. Yeah, so I'm assuming we can actually accept the returning of the truck by going to where we got it from, or where it's going to. Because one would assume if you lost a vehicle and you had to, like, walk off through, like, the muck and whatever, you'd, you know, if someone dropped by, you'd be like, hey, yo, can you go see about getting my truck? It's over here. And no one would also expect you could go to the truck in real life and, you know, find the registration or something in it and be like, oh, okay, this truck belongs to this person. I can go to them and probably return it. Just trying to see if there's a quest point anywhere around here. We do have the thing up here. I don't know if there's a quest spot or a supply spot. Looks like it might be a supply spot. Yes, this is for cargo. Well, it was worth checking. We don't have any other icons around here that I see. So I guess it doesn't go to the farm. Because there's the truck. I've already recovered that. Okay. But I don't know where I need to take it. And that was for the other vehicle. Nothing there. Alright, let's try going around this the other way. There's a good chance when we hit that water, we're just going to sink in and have to recover because we're going to total our engine. But, I mean, at the moment right now, I can't get credit for the effort I've put in until I can get to that spot. So my hope is, instead of going in the way we did the last time where we just sank in the mud and got stuck, I'm going to try going to the left. You see where I've dug up all the tracks over this way? And we're just going to try and plow through the water. Yeah, no, on the normal difficulty, recovery doesn't cost you anything. On the harder difficulty, there are consequences for recovering. I don't know what all those are, but they exist, is the important thing. So don't feel great about this approach, but the other approach didn't work, as you can tell by the deep track in the mud over there. So we'll try this one instead. Alright, come on. I had no problems getting over here the other time. Well, you can see that I had pretty straight on tracks. It wasn't until I got right to the end of actually towing the truck that I sunk into the mud on this side. There we go. Yeah, so the problem is I'm kind of beaching ourselves in the mud now. I'm trying to do is get to where we can get our tires on the green part, not the deeper parts. Okay, come on. I'm gonna try going higher up so we're not following exactly the same track. Alright. Do we have any of the DLCs? I have no idea. Like, don't get me wrong, I do know there are, DLC vehicles that are more powerful and all that kind of stuff. My assumption is those are like optional helpful things. You know, if the base game requires the DLC to succeed, then I would have a problem with that. Which I'm assuming it doesn't. Why am I playing this? Why not? Mostly I didn't know what I wanted to play today, so I decided to do this. Alright. It definitely doesn't feel like the way to go. I'd just like to get ourselves back out of this real fast. You're a fan of 2 SnowRunner player, and now it's making it tough? Okay. Oh, multiple people playing streams right now? I mean, it happens. Alright, come on. This is so annoying. I've already gotten the truck out. I just want the stupid quest. But getting to the quest marker is so hard. And I'm pretty sure when I first anchored to it, we had earlier, I was allowed to, not this one, but the other one, I was able to accept the quest by, like, once I winched it, it was like, oh yeah, do you want to accept this? Like, yes, I would. But I had to, like, go to a separate prompt just to do it. Like, that's the reason I was hoping I could find where I need to recover it to. Yeah, let's just reset this. I'm just wasting time here. Alright, so we could have a couple of choices here. We could check to see if there's anywhere around here that we could recover it to. We already checked those. We checked the farm. I don't think it'll be anything way over there, at least I hope not. So what we'll try doing is, I still need to get to that location. So let's try cutting across here. And following the road up towards that watchtower. And trying to explore the other part of the map. We'll just hope that we can get lucky and it'll be like, yo, this is where you need to bring this truck. It'll be cool. That's where I need to bring the truck. And that'll get that sorted out. Trailer store. Alright. We can get over here on the right. And work our way around. Okay. Yeah, this is like super muddied up, so let's try and not get in it. Alright. So this time we're not going to that farm. I'm going to try and explore the map, see if we can't get lucky and figure out where I'm supposed to be bringing that truck to and deal with this from the other side. If we do have to swing back and deal with it, that's fine. We have a lot of the map we haven't explored yet, so might as well go around and make sure we get all our watchtowers and whatnot. See if we can't score ourselves some nice easy peasy upgrades as well. Alright. Get snagged up on that tree for a second. Yeah, and I think that is actually the intention, though, is that you're supposed to... You know, you're supposed to go and find the watchtowers, reveal the map, find some random upgrades here and there. Oh, please tell me this is like it right here. If you're right here, we go back for our truck. I can't see. You put a big thing. Good spot for trouble, pal. We have an oil tank trailer. That's not it. I'll take it, but that's definitely not the one we're looking for. So we found another one where we need to recover a vehicle, but it's not the vehicle we are in the process of recovering. Where? It's not what I wanted, it's what I did. Yeah, so I'm just gonna mark that. Very clearly we're not gonna be able to drive that straight. But the point is, somewhere in this vague general direction is our tower. So let's go. Because you also get experience for finding the watchtowers, which unlocks a lot of upgrades you can purchase. Okay, well, we're not doing that right now. Okay. The game is just like, you can use a lighter vehicle. It's like, I'm pretty sure this is actually my lightest vehicle game. I understand you're telling me I could use a lighter vehicle to help me on more muddy courses, but like, this is what I got. I got this and really heavy. So don't give me suggestions I can't actually you know, take, friend. Okay. Oh, that's where I'm winched? Okay, that is not where I was expected to be winched. That actually might work. So take this. Rotate me, thank you. All right. Why did my all-wheel drive get turned off again? I mean, the answer is because I pushed the wrong button and I turned it off. But I'm like, why is my truck struggling so hard on this? Oh, my all-wheel drive's turned off. I understand. Why does it feel like the day-night cycle is so much like just nighttime? I actually genuinely wish I could turn off the day-night cycle. Especially since you just fast forward anyways. You're recommended to make your gearbox on number pad. That helped out a lot. Oh, a number pad. I see what you're saying, because I was also sitting there saying, like, why do I need to use, like, shift and, like, use this like an actual gear shift? Yeah, only way to turn it off is to do it in New Game Plus save. Oh, like, it's literally you have to do, like, the New Game Plus, like, custom settings and all that? There's a missing oil tanker. There's the bridge. We have an upgrade in the water down there. Okay, so to reach this, we would go down this way, cut across here, go here, go there. I don't know if both roads go through. We could try. But yeah, there is an upgrade in the middle of that water, and that's blocked off as well. It's a nighttime. Yeah, nighttime seems pointless. Yeah. Yeah, to me it's stuff like that that's like, you know, you go, okay, let me tick off my features box, and then no one stops and says, but does this add to your game? And everyone kind of looks at you as like, what do you mean? It's a feature. Of course it adds to your game. It's like, well, no, but is this something players actually want to engage in, to have to like turn on their headlights and struggle at night? And the answer is maybe, but you should probably at least have an option to turn it off. Especially since I can just open my thing and push T and be like, yeah, I just don't want it. Alright. Yeah, no, to me it just should be a game setting that I can just be like, nah, no thanks. Because, like, very much for me as a content creator, a lot of the time when you're playing games and you get to, like, the nighttime part, it's bad for viewership. That, like, it can be really hard to see anything, that it's actually a lot more difficult depending on the device. So I do get cognizant of that. That was, there was a challenge that it pops up and goes away from time to time in Project Zomboid called the, oh, what was it? One Painful Year? Which out of challenge is actually only kind of a, medium difficulty challenge. It's not actually a hard difficulty challenge. But, it pops up every once in a while. People, like, re-see the post and everyone gets all excited about it. But one of the settings that they, you know, want you to run is, I think it's like called Perfect Night or something like that. Or Perfect, you know, like, Perfect Dark Night, which basically means nighttime is as dark as can be. And even though I do like the idea for the difficulty of it, for streaming, it's like, have you wanted to look at a screen you can barely make out a vaguely, slightly gray cone of light? That's what that is for watching. And so even with me messing with the challenge when I did, I was like, yeah, that setting's not getting set. It's like, it's just too bad to watch. Recipe suggested on Focus Forum, just like they were asked that an option to remove driver hands in first person. Gotcha. I mean, probably. I'd be surprised if it hasn't been requested. But it is one of the things that stands out to me. I'm like, you know, night is kind of inconvenient because you can't really see what's happening, which, you know, is realistic, but also, to me, very distracting. So one thing we can do is let's grab the quest real fast while we're here before we go on that track. Because I'm assuming I'll be able to drive over here to where there's the gap and it'll be a quest marker. Okay. But yeah, so just one of those things. That said, when I did the challenge, we actually only played a couple streams of it. I actually got bored of the challenge in Project Zomboid. Because normally I play on the maximum population settings and everything, and then dropping to is like 4 or 6 times pop. And you just kind of scratch your head and buzz like, but where are the zombies at? They're like, oh, but you have to move once every, I think it's like 3 or 4 months in the game. And very genuinely, I was playing the game going, but there's no zombies. Like, I can clear the town and I would move on my own because, you know, there's nothing left for me here by then. I did this exact same thing last time, too. Literally this exact same hill. I did the exact same thing last time as well. And just like it did last time, which did work out, be smarter about this time, though. So this time, we did it without rolling and doing a ton of damage to ourselves. Because I used the winches to, you know, prevent me from just going down the hill aggressively. Yeah, exactly. City Skylines, the nights look beautiful and gorgeous. And then you try and play stuff and go, you know what I wish didn't exist in this game right now? Nighttime. So we've got another truck drowned in the water. We got another upgrade out here in the water too. That's fine. So I think we got that tower, and I got one more tower over there, and then we'll have revealed the whole map. I am proud of myself that I haven't flipped a vehicle yet. I've got them stuck, but I haven't flipped one yet. Which means I'm doomed to absolutely roll the very next turn or something like that. That's how that works. Okay, so your supplies, I don't see any other thing here that can be like, yo, we lost a car, please. Please come get car. Alright. So do you think you made it through Michigan without rolling anything? Didn't get so lucky in the other maps? That's fair. I've been pretty happy with how today's gone so far. I did way worse when I messed with this very briefly the last time. But like I said, the last time it was just find quest, do quest. Which isn't really the way the game's meant to be played. They expect you to do a lot of exploration, looking for stuff and all that. Versus, I did the first bridge, that went mostly fine. Then I turned around, I think I hit where there was the downed tower and then the bridge gap, and I went right for those next. And those did not go nearly as smoothly. We can see any of our paths? Okay. So it looks like I want to backtrack over here, and then I might have a way up the hill from back here. And then I'll reveal the last of this side of the map. And I believe after I did those two missions, I think I was trying to retrieve, there was a big truck in the mud, not as far north as we are right now. Where's the path? I think we're at that point of fast-forwarding time so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. There we go. Alright. Cool. But yeah, and there was the truck, it was the one just south of us, I think I got in the quest to get that one, and I spent a while trying to drag that. I think I did get it out of there, I didn't get all the way back before, like... I was not watching, so I actually got caught by surprise. Be a little salty if I wasn't watching and just immediately Okay, we can get back out. I wasn't watching. I didn't see like the dark spawn just went face first into it. Because that's a really easy one to avoid if you're paying attention. Just go around. Yeah, it wasn't just a little bog either. We just went plop. Okay. Be the last one over here. That'll be another tower that we can spot stuff from. We got some more trailers. Interestingly enough, that bridge is clearly gone, but we don't have a quest marker down there to fix it. I do say we check it out and see what's going on with that. We can see how that all's gonna work out. It's fine. We're just letting the engine know who's boss. That's definitely my mirror, not my engine, but okay. Okay. I feel like the off-roading situation of this game, it's like, do you want to turn off 4x4? No. Are you sure? Definitely do not want to turn off 4x4. Pretty much ever. Like, everything is a muddy dirt road. Why would I turn it off? You could save a little gas mileage. Don't care. Okay, so this feels not amazing. Alright, so I am going to try and cross this. I actually don't think it's going to go well. Especially since they seem to already be stuck. Not properly stuck, just in the muck. But I would kind of like to get across. I think between these telephone poles, though, I might be able to just make this work. We just need to stay close enough that I can get across the telephone poles. I do see there is a pretty good current going on here. So I'll need to keep that in mind. I may have, oh, there's more stuff here I could attach to. Okay. I was like, I may have overestimated the ability for the winch to carry the day. I don't think we go for that. I think we go over here. before we get into it... I see. Don't drown, don't drown, don't drown. You're fine, right, Truck? You're fine. It's okay, don't worry about it. You don't need air. See? So what I need to do is I need to get to that telephone pole without drowning the car first. And I'm not feeling great about that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Try and orient ourselves. Oh, just orient, not roll. Please, go faster. It's just moderate engine damage. It's fine. I wasn't even worried. Please stop turning that way. I know that's what I've done to myself, but like, I also don't want it. I just need to push it just enough past her that I can grab the next pole. That's all I need. Might be able to get over there now. Cool. What's not cool is I don't seem to be able to anchor to it now. That's not my favorite. Please, 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 please. Sorry, I am playing on my own. It's kind of like my first time playing, so I do want to learn the game on my own without, you know, bringing other people in on and that kind of thing. I definitely see playing this multiplayer at some point, but at the moment I'm trying to stick to myself. Come on. Yeah, no, that's the whole thing, is I would like to anchor over to that. Oh, we can. We can. Okay, cool. Alright, wait for it. Don't drown the engine. Alright, cool. Did I need to go this way? Probably not. Did I go this way anyway? Yes. Did that accomplish anything? Not really, but we did it anyways. I was about to say, it's like, don't immediately have a bridge being out here. Alright, so let's see. So we've got a tower over there. We could try going down this route or over this way. I think I'm gonna go this way and just see what we can make happen here. Well, to be entirely honest, we do have the very first level kit for raising the truck, but otherwise unupgraded. No engines, nothing like that. But we did already find the suspension earlier. Also, to be fair, we did knock our engine down to about half health from nearly drowning the car. So I made it across, but it wasn't without any issues. Okay, so nothing I'm seeing there that I need to worry about right this second. Alright, let's slow our roll so we don't damage our vehicle going across this. What's clearly like a landslide. Alright. Take a quick check, and which way does appear to be... probably this way? Ish. Over there. We don't really know one way or the other, but we're gonna find out. Okay, I think this would be the way. But... rock slide. So this something I could easily circumvent? No, not really. So let's take you over this way instead. And somewhere around here we'll probably have a different route to go. But that's good, because we are just revealing more and more objectives, so later on we could just grab a trailer, and if we happen to find materials, be like, oh, that's where that trailer can go to, you know, get things done. The downside is we are starting to get pretty low on gas. But we have been pretty much circumnavigating the map, so that's not entirely that surprising. Was starting to fishtail. Okay, we do have a dirt road that goes to the south. Yeah, so I think that dirt road's our answer. And I'm betting there's probably a crossing by the water that'll be all sketch. How much does all-wheel drive affect gas mileage? No idea. We spend almost all of our time on, like, sketchy dirt roads, though, so I don't think it'd be that big a deal. Like, you're gonna get stuck anyways, so probably nearly double in some vehicles. Gotcha. I still feel like most of the time I'd probably leave it on. Okay, I was expecting to find stuff sketchy. Alright. So yeah, basically we got literally that. There we go. Now I guess our watchtower. I'm a little dubious. I'm not seeing, unless those little itty-bitty logs are anchoring points. This doesn't feel like a particularly great place to be crossing. We'll see how it goes. This is actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse. I mean, there's some deep mud here. But we went right through without a problem. Alright, so all of the towers we've grabbed. Okay. So we found a new upgrade location. We've got another vehicle. A Scout 800. And all that kind of stuff. Alright. So if we go here real fast, we can go recover that. And we'll hopefully have enough gas for that. But then we can, unlock that truck, and then immediately turn around after we unlock that truck, and recover the both of them. I was wondering, it was slim times, you could actually... Hey, me, you can turn it off. Yeah. Like, I feel like, generally speaking, the not hard mode is pretty forgiving about a lot of stuff, since you can recover anytime you want without that big of a difficulty. I don't see a big reason to get picky. Oh. What is your mission? Are you the missing truck that I need to bring over here? Riverside Repair? No, you are not. Okay. And we can keep rushing along. I suspect we'll actually have a couple spots of like really rough terrain up here. It does seem like the whole point is you go up this mountain, you have a fight with it, you get your truck, and then you don't need to come back, so... Feels like the sort of place they're gonna make you earn it. Hey, Sam Mega, how's it going? So it's Skyrim. Most games you have like these out of the way place you go once. Oh, you can sell trailers. Yeah, I did notice you could sell your vehicles and trailers, and I'm like, okay, but if I unlock, like, vehicles, I mean, unless you get like many copies of the same vehicle or something. I didn't. It was like kind of head scratch. Was like, but why would I ever get rid of a vehicle? You know, unless there was like a vehicle that was just absolutely garbage compared to you just don't have the money or anything. Alright, so we got deep mud here. Let's try to scooch around it. More mud here. Let me onto this hill. Alright. We're right about to hit the end of our gas tank. That's for a reason I was like, we just go do this. Turn it in. Recover our vehicle. Get a brand new vehicle. Oh, it's a Jeep. Okay. Alright, so new truck discovered. So the first thing I would do is, just because I'm paranoid, I'm going to switch vehicles. Cool, I'm satisfied that we have the vehicle. Change that back. I'm going to say recover. Yes. Then I'm going to go to the local map. Go to a Jeep that's way up here on the hill. And without any further consideration, we're going to recover it. Cool. Is there any customizations I can do on you without costing money? We're definitely unlocking the availability to buy more stuff. Okay. So not yet. Can I... Is there an easy way to compare our vehicles? So we've got this. I wish there was stats I could see very easily. So we could direct side by side saying, how does the Scout compare to the Chevrolet? This says it's CBS. Okay. And this is CBS as well. Alright, well, sure, that's helpful. And something like that is AAB. And that is ABB. Alright. Let's go ahead and use the Scout for a little bit. Bear in mind, unlocks can be for multiple vehicles. Yeah. Alright, so we never did figure out... I've got the truck that's down here that we started to recover. It's like right there in the middle of the road. We never did figure out where it wanted me to take that, unfortunately. We do have the mission for the missing oil tanker, and the tanker's up there. We haven't gone over to the warehouse. It could be over there. I don't know what King of the Hill has to do. That's just another objective. It is really unfortunate that I can't just go over here and be like, hey, what are your contracts? To like identify where the vehicle is to recover it. Yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff and whatnot. Maybe the Scout could get across the mud field where the one truck was still getting stuck in the mission. No idea. It does have 4x4, and it does have the diff lock, which this actually says diff lock is always on. It's just the nature of this car. Or Jeep, I guess, is more accurate. Yeah, so it always has that. That said, if you bear with me for a moment, chat and all that, it is getting to be about that time. I need to quickly use the restroom and all that, so what we're going to do is we're going to go on a couple-minute break and all that good stuff. But it's getting to about the time that we switch games during the stream. I do think I might play some more SnowRunner tomorrow. I've been having fun with this and all that. But in the meantime, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, for all of you checking this out over on YouTube, I am going to have to end the stream on you and bring it back up in a minute, just because they don't let me switch categories over there, so yell at them for that. And then also, for those over in the TikTok, basically the exact same kind of situation. I got to end stream over